to another Donald Mackerel Gaming with me, Donald Mackerel. Today's video, not like I normally do, not a pickup one, not even just me raging about absolutely everything under the sun. Well, I suppose it's sort of raging. There's a lot of people out there that are selling games with damaged inlays or missing inlays, you know, disc only sometimes. And as a collector, it does make me wonder what the heck are you doing to these games? It's just destroying them. Manuals, not really much you can do unless you can find a site where you can get hold of a manual. But for inlays, I've been printing them out. So these are just for my private collection. I wouldn't ever sell these on, but I just want to show you what happened. So like, this was one of my first examples of trying to print, and you can see a bit of colour fade there. And it was because I was using the wrong grade of paper, so it just wasn't working properly. So I finally got some proper decent photo paper. I will be redoing that one before it goes in my collection. I got some decent photo paper and ended up doing something like that. Godzilla, destroy all monsters. So that, to me, you wouldn't be able to tell that is a reprint. That looks absolutely spot on. So number one, the people out there that are doing reprints like CEX and so on and so forth, why can't you do that? Why do they always look terrible? That's like done on a printer at home, not even like a LaserJet or anything, just a standard printer, like a £20 one you can get from Argos or whatever. Yeah, from the back it is a little bit rougher because the only back I could get was a foreign language one. So, but again, it doesn't really matter to me. And again, if you open it up, manual, because it came with a destroyed front cover, like obliterated. So that to me is fine. I'm quite happy to pick that up. And I will say as well, it cost me pennies, but well, not pennies, it cost me a couple of quid because they were like, oh, it's in a terrible state. Printed out a cover for what, less than £1? Probably cost me in electricity and ink and stuff. Another GameCube one I've done is Star Fox Adventures. Again, that is a reprint by myself. And this one, English language as well. I managed to find one full English language online, so happy to get that in my collection. All these again are dirt cheap, so sometimes it is worth buying disc and manual or disc only if you're really desperate, rather than going and paying silly money that a lot of stores want you to pay. This game is, I know it's only like, I think it's about £12 to buy. This cost me £1. Twilight Princess on the Wii. Now you look at that and tell me that doesn't look professional. Easy to do that because you just flip it around and it's all in Dutch. But again, if you don't care about that and you don't care about not having a manual, that disc cost me £1. So for £1, I'm pretty certain I could probably take that into CEX and they wouldn't look at the back too closely, so they just scan it and go, yeah, we'll give you trade on that. Don't want it, I'm going to keep that. Ah, man, I enjoy doing all this as well. It's quite therapeutic printing them all out. So we're on to my 360 ones and I'll show you some errors. So this one, I found the cover online, printed it out exactly as they put it. I didn't resize it. Look at that. Yeah, Star Wars: A Complete Saga. Chopped the top end off because just their sizing wasn't correct. And you can tell as well because when you go onto the side, you can see it just lips over on both sides. So they must have uploaded the wrong size thing. Like you see, it's chopped off on the end there. They must have uploaded the wrong size cover. But oh yeah, and on the back as well, it's missing just on the edge there. I'm not too fussed. Like it's a dirt cheap game anyway, so I don't mind messing up on things like that. Things like this, I could not find a cover of it for love nor money online, apart from a user-generated cover. So this is Kung Fu Panda. What was it? Showdown of the Legendary Legends. Yeah, on there. It's quite hard to get hold of, to be fair. So again, I managed to just get a disc for a couple of quid, no manual, no nothing. That front cover, you go, well, Donald, that looks pretty blooming decent. Look at the state of that. Look at the absolute state of that. That is atrocious. This is someone who's made their own cover. And again, The back was all in whatever language that is. I don't know. So I did make one slight amendment to it. Yeah, I was like, what the heck is this? What is it? But again, you're relying on people making this for you and uploading everything, so you get what you get, don't you? This one, again, dirt cheap game. Wrong sizing. I don't know if it's something to do with the Lego games, but Lego Rock Band, which again, if you look on that one, it's too close to the edge. It's, yeah, really close on that PAL thing. The PAL has gone all iffy, so they've used AI there to like touch up the cover, I'm guessing. In fact, if you try and read that, it is just gibberish. It's just shapes. And again, when you go to the back, look at all that. What the hell is that? Just nonsense. So some people will find like really rough prints on eBay or something like that. They'll cobble together their own, oh God, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, they'll cobble together their own version of a cover, shall we say, if they can't find one online, and then spruce it up with AI, which makes it all just absolute gibberish. But again, it's going in my private collection. I'm not really that fussed. This one, it's looking better. It's still not perfect when you look at the back. Connects Star Wars, so again, it's really not worth printing a cover out. You can find these for like £1, £2. It looks all right from the front, which again, I suppose is all I care about really. Yeah, looks all right from the side, not too bad. When you go to the back, it's just trimmed off a little bit too much to fit in there. So, doesn't matter. Again, these are all just private for me. And again, it helps buff out the 360 collection because I really am trying to go for it. Then, talking of Xbox, you get unofficial things such as this, the Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future collection. So obviously this is not an official game. Well, it's an official game, but it's not an official cover. This is just a cover I found online. It looks all right. It's not too bad. It's a little bit dog-eared now though, because I've had it for a while. But yeah, nice to have in my collection there. And of course, normally this is what you get. You get your double-sided manual, which is Sega GT on the one side. Ooh, so can I flip it round? And you've got Jet Set Radio Future. Or I keep on saying, no, it is Jet Set Radio. I keep on thinking Jet Set Willy. I don't know why. And of course your disc that's got both games on. So it's nice to actually have something that can put it in rather than just a slipcase sort of thing. This one, I'm going to show you a big issue with PS2. And again, these, they're not really, well, some of them are worth a little bit of cash, but none of them are worth that much to me that I'm willing to just cobble together my own blooming covers for them. These are all ones I could only find American covers of. So it's got the ESRB rating on the front. So Valkyrie Profile 2, again, looks tidy though. It looks really, really nice. And I say the only issue is the actual discs inside are all PAL discs. So we've got Valkyrie Profile 2 from a private collection, so I'm not fussed really. But obviously if it come to taking these to a store or something, you'd be getting disc-only prices. So you wouldn't be conning anybody with these. Terminator 3, The Redemption, again, the ESRB one, but just a PAL disc. And that one really isn't worth printing out, so that was just such a rough job. Alien Hominid. So, fun little game. PAL version, despite having the American cover. Godfather the game. Now that is starting to creep up in value a wee bit. So yeah, sadly I can only find the American cover for it. This one again has been AI'd, and you can tell there. See, it's not proper words. It's starting to become just nonsense. And again, when you get to the back there, if you read all that guff, it's just starting to get all sloppy and weird because AI doesn't really understand words. So yeah, Shame. But again, got PAL version. I'm not going to open these. They've all got the PAL versions inside. Ultimate Spider-Man. Again, American one. Yeah, so this is where I quite like it. B, legendary, 80, predatory, yeah, goth. What? It's just, yeah, it's just nonsense. So AI does get used a lot in creating these. What the hell does that even say there? What does it even say? But again, if this is for someone's private collection, it's not the end of the earth, is it? And again, all these are costing me like £1, £2. Ultimate Spider-Man now, it's like a £10 game. So, and if you get the rarer version, it's like £40. So this one, Mega Man X Command Mission, again the American jobby. Oh, that one's actually not AI. That one's actually a proper cover as well. So it's all just decent. Okay, so stuff like that I don't mind having in my collection. But we're going to go on to the last few now. These are all PAL ones. Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. Again, looks all right. A little bit small, a little bit undersized when you print it out. And again, you can resize these. You can mess about with them, but then it messes with the pixels and they start looking a bit. Issue with this one is it's French or Spanish on the back, no English. But again, do I care? Not really. As long as, I say, like I know all the games are PAL, but as long as it plays on my computer, fantastic. This one, yeah, was this one? Yeah, that one's the same. So this one is Blood Omen 2 on the PS2. And again, yeah, it's the nice PAL version one, fantastic. But on the back, what the heck? I think that's Spanish. I don't know. But for some reason, there's a lot of covers online, not many in PAL English. I don't know why, especially for the harder to find ones, which you'd think those would be the ones that people would be making versions of, but I don't know. This one made me laugh my head off. So it's a dirt cheap game for the PS2. Sensible Soccer 2006, and again, as you can see, it's the full PAL version. You go, nothing wrong with that, Donald. That looks pretty decent, that does. Yeah, until you get to the back. What in the hell does any of that mean? Why would you use AI on a game that's literally like 99p? It's one of the worst games ever. It's just absolute, utter nonsense. Sensible. Brilliant. And it's not just that, it's like everything, absolutely everything. There isn't even like a single section of it that's correct. But man, scorchingly rust food ball, rust. Oh man, scorchingly rust food ball. Beautiful. Yeah. But again, these are all just for me. These do make me laugh though. Turning a corner here though, this one, this is a proper scan. So just to show you what a proper scan does look like. Onimusha Blade Warriors. So again, not an expensive game, not the dearest game on the planet. But look, everything is perfect. Absolutely everything sized up perfect. So that, if I saw that in the shop, I wouldn't be able to tell that was a reprint. That looks bang on to me. Again, the only thing that would give it away is it doesn't have a manual. So sometimes, if you do see games and they don't have manuals, give them a check. Just make sure to check the quality of the paper. See, these are too thick because to get the design quality, so it doesn't splurge like on the Zelda game, the first one I showed you. To get that, you have to have a really thick paper, and yeah, these are slightly too thick, so you can feel it with your fingers. They just feel different to normal inlays. But again, for things like this, Star Ocean, again, that to me looks decent. So, well, that way. To me, looks decent. Again, the only thing that gives it away is it doesn't have a manual, and it says it's from the BBC. So oh dear. But I just wanted to show you that if you're on a budget, but you want to have a nice collection behind you. As long as you're honest about it, you know, there are people out there that will just buy empty cases and print inlays for them, pretending they've got these super duper expensive games. Why? Why are you bothering? Just like if you're that sort of like weird about it, just go and emulate them. I want the physical games, so having the physical games is a boon. The only reason why I print the labels out is just because I want them looking nice on a shelf somewhere for me, for my own personal enjoyment. So yeah, if you ever do get disc only, don't throw it away. Don't feel like, you know, you need to go out and get the proper version. If you do see the proper version at a decent price, by all means go and get it. But for the sake of like £1, maybe a couple of quid in ink and electricity, you can get yourself some proper decent looking games to go on yourself. Anyway, hope this has been of some use to you. I've been Donald Mackerel. This has been Donald Mackerel Gaming. I'll see you all again soon. Cheers, everybody.